Here, baby. Here, go. I see I have one viewer. I don't know how to add people to this so we can all talk. Does anyone know how to do that? I mean, I think that possibly that invitation I sent out was enough, but I'm really clueless. Hello? Yes. Hi. Good. How are you? Okay. Can you? Oh, I see. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to figure out too. Let's see. Because I'm. Oh, yeah. It's like super delayed. That's annoying. I've never done this before. Yeah, everyone else messaged me and said that it worked. Okay, wait, did you say you're Natalie or is this Jenny? Natalie. Okay. Yeah, so Jenny and Britton are both able to come or whatever at this time, but yeah, I have no idea. Have you ever used this for a class before? Yeah, me neither. Me neither. I wish they would just keep it with one thing instead of like switching it up for like every class. Yeah, yeah. And I have no idea. Let me see if I how to. No, Okay. Start a video call. Okay, so from the Hangouts list, or search for their name or email address when you find the person you want. Maybe I'm supposed to. Oh, oh, wait. I just got a text from someone. Let me see if it was. Oh, maybe I didn't. Um, yeah, I'm not sure. Can you guess my?
I've done the Adobe chat, a lot of other classes. So helpful. Have you done those?
Like like Adobe Connect or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I've done that. I actually think that that's maybe the only one I've done. And yeah, that's like so easy to use. And I mean, I'm sure this is somewhat easy, but add people after anyone in the Hangout can add more people after video call starts, and anyone like I don't know if it's because this is Hangout on air.
Okay, let's see. This is video call. Invite people. Enter name of email.
Okay, let's
You
see.
just go to Hangout, Google Hangout,
Mm-hmm.
and then you click on the video chat. Can you go to that? I didn't go to Hangout on air.
So, um, when I started this, I did Hangouts on air because I'm not sure if you can like get it to YouTube, like because we're supposed to record it or whatever. Yeah, and so, but yeah, I don't know. It was just way more complicated than I was hoping. Let's see. Guests can comment. Let me edit event. Oh, that doesn't give me anything. Um, because yeah, I mean, on the Hangout page, it doesn't give me any options to like let people, I don't think anyway, to let people join in. Um, okay, Hangouts on air. Um, yeah, and I haven't seen anyone else jump on.
I'm not sure how you do it though. Because right now, you're like doing the live recordings of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. It's like the whole broadcasting radio. It's not letting the other people chat.
So, oh, um, what does it look like when? How many people will be able to watch? How can I see what's being? What can I do if no one? Hmm. Maybe if I. So you don't see anywhere where you can like jump in. Because there is a group chat. Uh-uh. Yeah, maybe that's what it.
Oh, that's what I did before. What is your email address?
It's Tori Wads, TORIWADS @gmail.com. Come here, honey. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Jenny just emailed and said, so did our meeting time change again? Mm-mm. I'm not getting anything. Maybe because I'm on right now, it's not working or something. Yeah, see, oh, here, Natalie Dayton sent a message. Oh, click to join the video call. So here's, okay, so we're on a video call right now. Or wait. Are you on right now? Because it says that I can't see you. Let me see if I click that. Oh, no, that wasn't it. It says I'm the only one here. Which is weird because you're the one that invited me.
Maybe hang up on that one and I'll stick on this one.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, and I see you. It's not on the Google Plus, like, or on the Hangouts actual broadcast. Yeah, but it's on the same, like, page or whatever. Answer. No, it's still saying that. What's your email? Because it's saying invite people. So let me just put your email in and see if it works.
Mine is Natalie, NATALIE,
Okay. Yeah, because it said that you were calling. And now I'm calling you. Come here. Okay, here we go. Yay. So that worked. Oh, can you hear me now? Hold on, honey. Okay, so you can hear me? Yes. Yeah, I have because my baby's right here, and I figured that using like a headset would possibly eliminate her sound a little bit. Okay, so we're on here. Are you still viewing? Yeah, see the live broadcast keeps going back and forth between one viewer and no viewers. But possibly, I can't see because it might be someone else who's on. Yeah, that sounds good. I'll leave the broadcast on and this is what we'll post. Like I'll leave it and I'll post it still to her so she knows that we were like actually doing it, but she won't be able to see we won't be able to see everyone unless other people can figure out how it works, but I'll leave it on so she has proof. But um, yeah, Britton just emailed. So he might know how to work it. Britton, because he emailed and said, I can only watch the live broadcast, but I can't enter, but maybe he knows how to try and enter. I don't know. You could see it, but you couldn't get in. I wonder if it's something like if I have my settings weird or something. I mean, I have no idea because I have no idea how to use this. Maybe if I, um, yes, I'm trying to join the call, but it's not doing anything. I'll continue to figure it out. Okay, I'll try and send it again. Yeah, I'm between you and Jenny. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing that. Let me see. So I found a spot that allows me to invite people. I don't know if it's the same. I don't know if it'll like let you join or if it's just to like, hey, look at this. Okay, you said yours was nataliedayton@gmail.com. Okay. So I'm inviting you again. Let me know if it lets you like come in or something. Here you go. Did I? Okay, there it is. Okay, let me invite everyone. I figured it out. Oh, I feel like such a retard. Trying to I feel like an old person, like old people can't figure out technology, and that's totally how I am. Okay, I'm adding everyone right now. I saw this at the beginning, but I just didn't think that it would do anything different because I thought that sending the invitation out like I did was all I needed to do, but I guess that's not the case. Okay, sorry. 20 minutes of our time spent. Well, let me see. I think that I'll just exit it. Okay. No. Okay, so now I can't hear you. So I think you have to are you on mute?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Oh, now I
Oh,
can.
okay.
Yeah. And then I need to get Jenny's.
Do I show up on yours?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes, we're
cool.
doing it right now, guys. Sorry. Okay, can anyone see Jenny's email? I'm like,
It's the Here, I can text.
You want to just read it off to me, and I'll put it in right now?
Did you see it? I just sent it to you. Chat. Oh, it's Jenny. Yeah, Jenny at Allenville Ville.
Oh, that's right. .com.
Yeah.
Jenny, there she is. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, I invited her, so hopefully she'll let me send another email and see if she.
I'm instant messaging with her right now.
Oh, okay, perfect.
It looks like she's typing.
Okay.
Okay, well, now we know. Next time it'll happen
Yeah.
quickly. This is my baby Afton.
It's a weird program.
Hopefully she won't be too noisy.
How old is she? She's super cute.
She's 5 months old.
Aww.
So
Your oldest?
she's my only baby.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
She asked if the rest of us are successfully connected. Are you guys seeing the same chat?
I am on my on a different window. It's not like in the
Right, yeah.
yeah, but I'm seeing it.
Okay.
Am I delayed anymore or no?
No.
Okay, good.
She asked if you can try one more time.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So it was plain old Jenny, right?
Jenny at
Allenville.com. Okay. There we go.
Yay!
Oh.
Because it's so close to my face.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No worries.
No worries. We figured it out now.
Thanks. You were doing everything fine, but then I was on at 10. I was like, oh, waiting, and then it said did any of you get the message? It said it changed to 12.
Oh,
No.
Mm-mm.
A special message to get me out of the Anyway, sorry about that.
No, you're fine. I was struggling the whole time. Like, we just barely got on the actual hangout, so you're good.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just not technologically savvy, so
I
we
think you
figured
did
it out.
great.
Britton, are you still hearing repeat of the audio?
I think it caught up now.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, cool.
Well, we can get started now, I guess.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
it's my understanding that all we have to do as a group is fill out the part 2 of the preparation stuff. Is that what everyone else is gathering?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we do it and then take a quiz or something. But I don't know.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the homework is a separate thing that we do by ourselves, correct?
Well,
Yeah, I think so.
It says that they want us to try it on our own first, but they recommend collaborating with others.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So it's probably up to us. Like, I don't think we necessarily have to turn that in as this assignment, but if we want to work together, we can. We just have to make sure we do the homework quiz on our own.
Okay. So the homework quiz is our own thing. Let me have it pulled up here.
Quiz we do together, right? Is that right? We do the group quiz together, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's okay.
I'm opening it up right now, but let's just pull up the preparation assignment since we know for sure that that's what we're supposed to work on.
Okay.
So part 1, we're supposed to fill out on our own. Does anyone have any questions about that?
Pretty good thing. Are you guys looking at lesson 1 or 2?
Lesson 2.
2, okay. Good. I just want to make sure I have the right thing in front of me.
Okay, so I'm just going to read this. For the group meeting, it says, we worked through the problems in part 2 of the preparation assignment, check our answers with the key, and then after we have completed the group assignment, click start below to begin the group preparation quiz. While you are encouraged to work together on this quiz, each member of the group must submit his or her own answers in order to receive credit. So does everyone have iLearn opened up?
Yes.
Okay. So let's go through the prep assignment and then we'll go through the quiz together. So again, does anybody have any questions about the first part?
No.
Okay.
The
So
5 step.
second part.
Yeah, we do.
What'd you say?
Sorry, what was that, Britton?
Yeah, I think we do together.
Yeah, the second part?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so number 6, determine the correct sampling method for each scenario. I'll just read them off and then we'll decide together. A medical student researches the prevalence of aspirin usage by questioning all of the patients who enter her clinic for treatment. I guess I kind of went through them all, so I kind of have a...
Me too.
I did too.
Yeah, so and again, I might be totally wrong, but I put cluster sample. What did you guys put?
I was thinking, at first I thought something else, but then I switched it to convenience because when she said a medical, all the patients who entered the clinic, well, that's convenience of just who comes into the clinic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one. So I think you're right. Convenience.
That too.
I forgot about that method. Okay, convenience. Make sure I spell it right. Okay. B, the Colorado Department of Health obtains an alphabetical list of 2 million adult Colorado residents, and constructs a pool of survey subjects by selecting every 1,000th name on the list after randomly choosing one person from the first 1,000 on the list. I put systemic.
Yes.
Sample.
Systematic, yeah.
Systematic.
Okay, yep, systematic.
We're in this together.
Okay.
Because it was a set system, like there was a system.
Yeah. Okay, does someone else want to read the next ones?
I'd be happy to. So C, in a Gallup poll of 1,059 adults, the interview subjects were selected by using a computer keyword to randomly generate phone numbers that were then called. So I put simple random sampling.
Yep, that's what I got. Okay, do you want to just read the next one too?
Oh, sure. So D, a dietitian has partitioned people into age categories of under 18, 18 to 49, 50 to... Oh, Britton's gone.
Oh, whoops.
He was offended. No, just kidding.
Let me add him again. He posted a message. Can anyone else see the chat? Oh, here he is. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but his video's not on.
It's nothing on your end. It's
Oh,
something.
yeah. Britton, do I need to add you to get your video to work? Can you hear me? Let's see if I
don't see him chatting either. Is he there?
Let Let me pull up his email.
Oh, it says he just joined the video call. I just got a notification, but I guess
Okay.
but I still don't see him, so maybe that was wrong. Oh, there he is.
Sorry, had a
Oh, you're fine. No
problem.
worries.
Okay.
We thought
Okay.
we offended you.
No. No, sorry.
Okay, so
Okay.
I'll read D again. We're on the D on part 2. So
Okay.
dietitian has partitioned people into age categories of under blah blah and over 69. She is surveying a simple random sample of 200 members from each category. So it was stratified, is what I thought.
That's what I put too.
Me too.
Okay.
So,
And then oh, go ahead.
I think I'm behind again, but stratified? Is that what you guys said? I can't hear everything.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, maybe if I keep this up. Okay. I'll read the last one. Okay, a Johns Hopkins University researcher surveys all cardiac patients in each of 30 randomly selected hospitals. Is that one stratified too? That's what I had.
I had cluster.
I thought cluster because they were doing all of the patients in the specific categories.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you are probably right.
Because the only other one where you are able to test all of them is the SRS, the simple random sampling. The only way I've noticed that you do do all of them is if you've clustered it, so you're doing all of them within specific groups.
Okay.
So like the key words are important, aren't they? Like each of randomly selected.
That's what I started noticing, is that it actually it's pretty simple if you can just hone in on the specific words.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
true.
It surveys all cardiac. Yeah, there you go. All.
There you go. Yeah. Okay.
Do you notice how, by the way, when you do that, like Tori and I immediately start smiling? It's like that woman seeing the baby. It's like, oh.
When we do what?
With
when
the baby.
you go, there you go. We're like,
Sorry.
And Britton's like,
I was hoping she'd be napping right now, but she's choosing not to nap. So
that's okay.
Okay. So number 7, the American Medical Association wanted to determine general patient satisfaction with the patient's primary care physician, determine the type of sampling method. Does anyone want to, Natalie, do you want to read a couple? And then Britton can read a couple.
Okay. A, they take a simple random sample of doctors and then sample all of the patients that the doctor works with. So I did cluster, since they're doing samples of the doctors and then all of the patients.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, and then B, they put all of the residents' names in a computer and use a random number generator to get a sample of 100 patients. So I did the SRS.
Yep.
They almost gave that away, didn't they?
I know, the computer.
Yeah. Okay, Britton, do you want to read the next 2?
Is he still delayed?
Quite possibly.
Because he's not responding.
Yeah.
Or he's meditating.
He said he can't hear.
Oh.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it kind of comes in waves, so maybe what I'll do
bummer.
is just type the answer for each of them, and then just,
Okay.
I don't know, and I'll try doing this in a different place the next time, too.
Oh, you're fine. So yeah,
See
if
if
you
the
type it
internet's
off
a
and
little better.
I'll just read it off so it's on the recording
Okay.
or whatever.
Sounds good.
So the first one, I'll read the question. So they divide the residents up by gender and then do a simple random sample of residents within each gender. Oh, he's typing them all out. Okay, so cluster was his first answer. And then, okay, so for this one, let's see what he says. Yeah, stratified. That's what I got. Yay, I got one right.
Great.
Okay, so then D, they randomly pick key intersections in the city and then picking every 5th person that walks by after randomly picking one of the first 5 people to be in the sample. And yeah, that's what I would put too, is the systematic. Does everyone agree with that?
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
Okay. So then question 8, determine for each scenario whether it is an observational study or an experimental design. And then if it's experimental, determine the response, treatment, and subjects. Okay, so the first one, the CDC obtains current flu data by randomly polling 300 men and women, or 300 men and 300 women. I put observational. Does everyone agree with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and then for the second one, I put experimental. I'll read it off and then, okay, so you plan to conduct an experiment to test the effectiveness of Sleepy's, a new drug that is supposed to reduce insomnia. So you randomly divide 1,000 patients into 2 groups where half get Sleepy's and the other a placebo. You record the gender of each subject. You will then observe how many hours of sleep they got in a week. So experimental. The subjects are obviously the men and women, like the patients, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then she's getting bored with her toy. Okay, so then the treatment would be the Sleepies, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
The
Placebo.
drug.
Okay, and then the response would be how much sleep they got.
Perfect.
That's what I put.
Okay. Does someone else want to read number 9, and then we'll go through the questions together?
Yeah. I'll try it. See if you guys can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. So in September 2004, Nucris Pharmaceuticals Inc. announced the results of its first human trial of NPI 32101, a topical form of its skin ointment. A total of 224 patients diagnosed with skin irritations were randomly divided into 3 groups as part of a double-blind, placebo-controlled study to test the effectiveness of the new topical cream. The first group received a 0.5% cream, the second group a 1% cream, and the third group received a placebo. Groups were treated twice daily for a 6-week period, and the degree of skin irritation was recorded at the time. So A, is it a designed experiment or an observational study?
Designed.
Yeah, that's what I
How
got.
much involved, right?
Okay, cool. So B, what are the subjects? I put the 224 patients diagnosed with skin irritations.
That's what I got.
Okay. All right. Everybody good with that?
Yes.
Okay. What is the response variable?
So like reaction from the cream or degree of skin irritation?
Improvement. That's what I put.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
put too.
Yes. Yeah.
And then the treatments, I had the 0.5 cream, the 1% cream, and the placebo.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So that is it for the preparation. So do we want to, I mean, I don't really feel like, do you guys want to do the homework assignment, or I feel like we all get it enough that we can just do it on our own. But what do you guys, whatever you guys want to do.
Do you mean homework for
Doesn't matter to me, really.
I mean, just the lesson 2 homework. But we can go ahead and do the quiz right now if you guys are ready. And
What would you guys think about in the future trying to get the homework done beforehand and then just having it like we can just go over it in case we have any questions together.
Yeah, I think that's a good
Yeah.
idea.
That works for me.
Okay.
That's a great idea.
Okay.
Because then when we're done with this call, we'll be done with all of lesson 2. We just have to go and do the
Submit
quiz
it all.
homework, essentially.
Yeah. Well, I think we're supposed to work the quiz together, right?
No, the homework quiz is what I was talking about. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't see. I don't. Okay, so there's our group quiz, and then we have our homework assignment and a homework quiz,
Right.
right?
Uh-huh. Yeah. It's
With each
I'm
lesson.
slowly catching on, guys.
Oh, it's hard. With 2 lessons in 1 week, and then we have to meet. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot, but
It's
it's okay. Okay, so let's everyone take a second to make sure you get on the quiz, the group quiz. I've got like a million windows open right now.
I do too. It's a little crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just
Okay,
going to
here
hit
it
start on it. So I have it open.
Okay, so group meeting start.
And there's
You want to
17
start now? Yes.
questions. Oh, wow.
Okay. So the first 2 questions are easy.
Oh, goodness. There are 17 questions. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do this. Okay. Oh, shoot. Hold on. My baby just pressed something. Okay. Did you guys hear that or no?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
background music.
sorry. She like pushed my thing. I don't even know how she did that, but she figured it out. Okay. All right. So do we want to just go through and each person read, like take turns reading a question?
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I'll start and then we'll just go down the line, I guess. Just whoever wants to next, just start reading. So researchers would like to determine if reviewing material consistently within an hour after class helps students perform better on exams than if students wait to review material the day before of the exam. To answer this question, the researchers are trying to determine if an observational study or an experiment would be more appropriate. They are discussing who the population would be and how they will determine which sampling method will best represent the population. Which of the 5 steps of the statistical process are the researchers currently applying? I would say design the study, the first one.
Yeah, me too.
Does everyone agree with that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then whoever wants to jump on it for number 4.
I can do it. A researcher has collected the results of a survey where the participants were asked how many hours of TV tallies and frequencies for each category and computes mean number watched. To help illustrate the overall distribution of the statistical process did the researcher apply. I haven't even read it yet, so you guys can tell me what you think.
Would it be
Is that collecting data?
describe?
Yeah.
Okay, let me.
Well,
The researcher collected the results of the survey.
Oh, but she creates the histogram to help illustrate.
so would it be
That's probably
Describe. Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Good looking here.
Okay. Who wants to do number 5?
I'll do it. Mumbai, India is a quickly growing city of importance in its own country as well as the global economy. A marketing research firm has been asked by a prominent fast food restaurant to help determine if the citizens of Mumbai would support this fast food business. From a list of all registered taxpayers, 3,000 names are randomly selected. Each individual on the list mailed a brief questionnaire. The researchers received 1,049 responses. The population is
the people who were mailed the questionnaire, right? Or the people who responded?
Is it supposed to
think
be the
so.
citizens of Mumbai though? Is that who it's supposed to be?
So they can't, well, I mean,
Mumbai?
I would
Says-
say yes, but at the same time, I mean, once the study was conducted or whatever and they got the questionnaires out, it was only 1,049 people of
No.
Mumbai. I don't
So
know.
the study was
Let's
to help
Tricky,
determine
tricky.
if the citizens of Mumbai would
Yeah,
support
it
this
would
fast
it
food
would be
business.
that one, I think, because the other two would have been the sample sizes.
Be the whole citizen, even though it seems like it would not be very good. I think that's who the population is if they're trying to find out the whole citizen.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're saying the citizens of Mumbai is the answer? Okay.
Yeah, because
I think
that's what
so.
they're trying to help determine.
Okay.
That's what I would guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so it's number 6. Mumbai, India is a quickly growing city of importance in its own country as well as in the global economy. It sounds like your baby has a microphone in its mouth.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm gonna take my headset out and maybe it'll be.
And look
Can you
at,
guys
oh,
hear me?
yeah, and don't get me wrong, she is like, I want to eat her up.
It
Can you guys
doesn't,
hear
it
me?
doesn't bother me, so I
Yeah,
don't.
Yeah,
no,
I don't
that's okay.
care.
I really don't care. I would love your baby there, but
Can you guys hear me okay right now, though?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, I'll just leave it like this.
What is her name, by the way?
Her name's Afton. It's kind of
Oh,
like Afton, Wyoming.
One of my
I
friends,
love it.
Afton.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What was that?
One of my good friends, her daughter's name is Afton also.
Oh, okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
So really, please, I have
Oh.
no problem with it, but I was just laughing. Like it just sounds like it sounded like she was
He's
eating
like
it.
eating it. Just wants
Okay.
to stop.
No, I think you should get extra credit for having her in this group.
Yeah.
Okay. Mumbai, India is a quickly growing city of importance in its own country as well as the global economy. A marketing research firm has been asked by a prominent fast food restaurant to help determine if the citizens of Mumbai would support this fast food business. Is this the same thing?
Yeah, so I think that
Similar.
they're just changing the last part. So now the question is the sample is. So
Oh,
that's
thank
the
you.
key.
Stop. You should have stopped me. I'm like, this sounds so familiar. Okay, so the sample is.
That would that be the 1,049 people who respond, or the 3,000 people who are mailed the questionnaire?
I'm not great at this, but I would guess the 3,000 because that's the sample that they took from the whole population. It's
Mm-hmm.
like to test, even though only 1,049 replied, the sample that they took was. But I don't know. I'm really not.
I feel like they're trying to
Yeah.
trick us, and it's not
That one's
very.
a tricky one.
So sample.
What do you think, Britton? I would.
Sample represents like the whole population. This be the 1,049, but I don't know for sure.
Wait, say that again, Britton. Explain that.
Well, the 1,049, like the sample is a representation of the population. So
Oh.
where there were the 1,050, well, yeah, I think the 1,049 would have to be the sample, but I'm not sure. I mean,
That
what do you
makes
guys think?
That makes sense because that's what their responses were. So
Yeah.
that's the sample that they got.
But it is
Yeah.
confusing, really.
Yeah. it
Okay,
is.
so the definition of sample is subset of it's a collection of objects from the population. A collection of objects, and it says if the collection of info is too large, a smaller portion.
Well, that makes sense with the collection because the 1,049 is what was collected, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It says, yeah, a collection of objects from the subset of collections of objects from, I don't know what a subset is. If the collection of info is too large, a smaller portion. So yeah, that makes sense.
I think that makes sense.
3,000.
Too, right, Tori?
What was that?
You think the 1,049 also, right?
Probably, but the 3,000 makes sense too. But If I were taking this by myself, I would have probably put the 1,049.
And we can put whatever.
But it is so confusing.
Yeah,
Tricky.
that one is tricky. So,
Okay, put what you want to put.
Okay.
I'm going with the 1,049.
I think
Yeah,
that's
me
what I'm
too.
gonna
we can go
do.
with that and see what happens.
Yeah,
Okay.
find out when
Okay.
we submit. Okay, is it back to me again for
Yes.
reading? Okay. Studies have shown that retention of classroom materials can drop as low as 58% within 15 minutes of class and within 44% after the first hour of class. This forgetting curve continues so that within 6 days, only 25% is remembered. How can a student conquer this forgetting curve? The researchers in this study claim that constant review is important. Suppose your teacher wanted to test this and invited you to participate in a study where you were asked to review specific material 15 minutes after class for 10 minutes, an hour after class for 10 minutes, and then again 2 days after class for 10 minutes. Your teacher then gives you a short 10-question quiz where your score out of 10 is recorded. What type of data is your teacher collecting?
Okay.
Would that be quantitative, or
Is it
okay, wait.
numerical?
Mm,
Because it has numbers.
yeah, because you
Yeah,
could
but then I
compare
know that
the test
sometimes-
scores, but
But then, okay, wait. Let me just quietly look at it real quick. See, because I would quantitative is the first one that I go towards, but what do you guys think? But I know like categorical will sometimes include numbers.
So, one of the things it says for quantitative is if you can like double it or divide it, things like that, and it would make sense. And technically, if you were to be looking at it and, you know, you're saying an hour, 2 hours, I mean, I think maybe quantitative makes sense because you're seeing if you multiply this by a certain amount of time, does that make a difference?
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Okay. Let's do that then. Okay, number 8.
Okay. Studies have shown. Oh, it's the same thing. I'll just read it again.
Okay.
Or where does it change? Okay, after the 6th day, your teacher asks if you feel confident that you have retained at least 50% of the material. He then records your response as yes, no, not sure. What type of data is your teacher collecting?
Categorical then, right?
Categorical, because he's not measuring anything, he's just observing and putting you in a category, right?
Yeah. I agree.
I think so, yeah. What do you think?
What do you think, Jenny?
Yeah, I keep reading it. Like my examples for categorical is like gender, class and college, race. But here he's recording your responses. He's yes and no, not sure. So he's not really observing it like he's literally writing your response. Let's see. So, and quantitative is like examples of that is height, body temperature, number of siblings.
Okay.
So talk me
I
through
would-
it. Listen.
I mean, I guess you could argue that, like, he could compare the numbers of yes, no, not sure, but they wouldn't really be conclusive because they're a personal opinion, I think.
Okay. So, but
So
you
I
put them
would
in categories,
say
though, right?
categorical. Yeah, that's what I
I
would
see
think.
what you're saying. So yes, no, and not sure is a category. Okay. I'm sold.
I would think.
I'm sold.
Okay.
No, you're great.
Okay.
Okay, who wants to do number 9?
I've got it.
Let's read it.
Okay, so it's the same, I believe, up until... Okay, I'll just read like from the middle then. So the researchers in this study claim that constant review is important. Suppose your teacher wanted to test this and invited you to participate in a study where you were asked to review specific material 15 minutes after class for 10 minutes, an hour after class for 10 minutes, and then again 2 days after class for 10 minutes. Your teacher also selects a group to give no review to the material over the 6 days. This group is called...
Oh, that's the control group.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Yeah, control group. Okay. Number 10.
Jenny, are you okay with that one?
Yeah, I know. It takes my brain a little longer. And so we're saying control group because it's to balance out the other ones.
They're the ones that didn't have anything done. They're the ones that were the basic. And so that keeps everything as is. So they're the control group to see how everyone else changed based on different studying amounts.
Yeah, they're like the factor and then everything. Okay, because at first I thought a hypothesis group, but then I thought, what good is a hypothesis group? So I'm on. Control. Okay. So number 10, which of the following would be considered an experimental design? So a telephone poll asking people about whether or not they vaccinate their children, administering the tuberculosis vaccination to one group and giving the placebo to another. Okay, a census, a mailed survey. Okay, so experimental. Applies to some treatment. There's a treatment, like you take a medicine, a vaccination. So I would say administering the tuberculosis vaccination.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Okay.
Okay, is it back to me?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
In a study to determine the average wage of working people in Mumbai, which of the following would be the best sample? Every 10th worker that you meet as you travel the streets of Mumbai, all of the workers in one working district of Mumbai, many randomly selected workers in each of several working districts of Mumbai, or all female workers. I would say many randomly selected workers in each of several working districts.
Yeah,
I would say the same thing.
I would too, because it's the average.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you're getting a little bit of everything.
Everything.
Yep. Sounds good.
Yeah, like if you did female workers, that's not average. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, number 12. You want to become the next Jonas Salk and produce a vaccine that will help cure children of respiratory sins. What is that word? Oh, let's do RSV. That's so much
There you go.
There you go.
You test the vaccine and compare it to a placebo and randomly choose one group of children to take the vaccine and one group to take the placebo. What or who are the experimental units or subject? The children, the parents, the administrators, the vaccine, and placebo. Okay, so what or who are the experimental units? The children are, right? Because you're testing the children. Okay, let's see. Or the vaccine. No, the vaccine.
Because then it says experimental unit or subject. And like when they say subject, I would say the children, but experimental unit, it seems like it would be the vaccine.
Yeah.
It may be the vaccine.
The children would be the sample, but I don't know if the subject would work too. So,
Okay.
Because it said, what are the experimental? They're experimenting to see if the vaccine actually works. They're not experimenting to see if the children work. So
Yeah.
Okay, that would work.
Okay, so are we going with vaccine?
I think so. What do you guys think?
I think you're right.
So.
I think
so
that
tricky.
makes sense.
They're so tricky. What or who?
Yeah.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Okay. Number 13.
Yeah.
You want to become the next, well, same thing. So, what are the treatments?
See, but then that
makes
was
it.
vaccine and placebo, right?
Yeah, so that makes me sick.
So that, yeah, so
Go
that's
back to the children.
Subjects are children, and then the vaccine is the treatment.
Yeah, because here's the thing. When they say what or who are the experimental units, that makes me think vaccine. But when it says subjects, that's what makes me think children.
Yeah. There you go.
But when you're saying treatments, it has to be a vaccine. I mean, that's what a treatment is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with children and then vaccine. What do you guys think?
Same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
And that's okay the way
You're
we
right.
found that out. Yeah, that's okay the way. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We do.
So the subject is the children, and the treatment obviously is the vaccine and placebo.
Yeah.
We figured it out.
So this really is actually so much more helpful doing it together, right?
Oh, yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah, I like it. It's good. Better than doing it alone. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so Jenny, I think you're
Okay. Oh, yeah, I sure am. Okay, so in 1992, the U.S. government supported a study, and it was run for 15 years, where 4,608 low-income families were given a chance to move to less impoverished areas. They distributed vouchers and provided various support systems. The researchers wanted to determine if getting people out of poor neighborhoods would reduce the poverty level of U.S. citizens. The low-income families were randomly assigned, okay, to one of the following three groups. Oh my gosh. Do you guys want to read those three and then?
I don't think we need to. I mean, we see there's the low poverty voucher group and the traditional voucher group. Hey.
And the control group.
Control group.
So this study was what type? Observational, experiment, neither.
I would say experiment.
I would say, yeah.
I was thinking observational. Let me read it one more time, though. Just these.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, yeah, now I'm going back to observational.
So no attempt is made to modify them. They observed them.
Yeah, I think they're just seeing what happens. I don't know if they're actually testing and collecting data and.
Yeah, I think you're right. I was just like, oh, there's a lot of stuff written. It's probably experiment.
Right.
Same. Yeah. So experiment really applies something, like does something, applies a treatment. Then observes.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right. Observation.
Britain? I haven't heard from you.
I'm trying to think it through a little bit. I think, well, the thing with the groups, I guess, confuses me.
Yeah.
Because it's more of like an experimental thing because they have control over.
Yeah, and there's an actual control group.
But it doesn't say like what kind of data they're collecting either.
Vouchers.
Well,
the researchers wanted to determine if
reduce the poverty level.
Yeah, I wish that they would, because does it say anywhere that they like what they did?
The
Well,
result?
it says they gave them like vouchers, but
Yeah.
doesn't really say like
they sat back and
What?
just watched or like collected.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know on that one. That one's
But they
tricky.
gave some counseling and assistance in finding, that number one, they gave them counseling and assistance, and number two, they gave them those certificates.
I guess it would be easier if they like stated if they had like a follow-up type thing, like then they went back and like.
Yeah, and found certain things or whatever.
Yeah.
For me, I think it would be observational because they gave them these things. They had 3 different groups. They wanted to see if getting people out of the poor neighborhoods would reduce poverty, and so they do these 3 things, look at it for 15 years, and then see whether or not. I mean, I guess that could be an experiment, but I think they're just observing right now.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
at the same time, like with experiment, even though like it's.
I know.
You think right away, like, okay, like vaccines or some kind of drug, but this, like, they were given voucher things, and there was one that got.
Right. And the control group.
There was a control group that got
nothing.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point, actually. That there's the control group. That's a good call.
But it's why did they make it so tricky?
The hard thing is I can see both. Like if someone were to tell me either one was the answer, I'd be like, oh, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of subjective to the way you look at it.
Okay, so observational is like how I like define it. Like it's not manipulated or influenced at all.
And this one is influence.
So this
so-
one's
That
influenced
would
and
put this with
manipulated.
experiment then, if that's the definition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
observational study, collected data, not manipulated or influenced the outcomes. So
That sounds
Well,
good to
they
me.
did influence the outcome, so then it should be experiment.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Okay,
All right.
guys, thanks.
I guess
We'll
we're
see.
in college, so we should expect some tricky things. But
Wait.
I guess technically this is like 200 level. I should be expecting a little bit.
I'm not ready for this.
But I'm glad to like bounce it off you guys because in my own head, that's when I just go crazy.
Oh, for sure.
It's hard.
Yeah, this is helpful.
Yeah, I don't know
Okay.
what I'm doing, so just don't listen to me.
No, you're bringing up good points too. Like
Yeah. It's good we're all here.
Yeah.
So.
If 14 is wrong, I'm going to take it for the team right there. I'm sorry.
No.
No,
No, I think it's experiment too, so don't worry.
Yeah, I think we're right on that one.
No,
Okay,
we're going to
I think
blame
it's my
Britain.
turn. Okay, so this whole p-value thing, I'm
I
not
don't
sure
get
if I
it.
really get it yet, but okay. If a p-value of 0.0002 was found for the study described above, then we could say that there's about a 0.0002 probability of obtaining the actual observed result, or one more extreme, assuming the null is true. I don't know.
Okay,
I don't understand.
Okay.
What is p-value?
My notes say that you reject the null if the p-value is small, so less than 0.05, which this is less than 0.05. So I'm just saying that. And then if the null is true, the p-value is big. But the p-value is the probability of obtaining a result called a test statistic, at least as extreme as the one which was calculated, assuming the hypothesis is true.
Yeah.
Okay.
So P means probability. So if we read it, if the probability of whatever that was found for this study, so that's probability the data would be as extreme or more extreme than we observed.
More.
Okay, so we could say that.
Hmm.
So do we go more extreme?
Mhm.
Do we go more extreme than the 0.0002?
Yes. Hold on.
Wait, so you said if the p-value is high, then it proves the null hypothesis?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, no, it says if it's true, if the null is true, the p-value is the probability of observing errors with the total value. So it's, Jesus. So it's like if the null is wrong, then the p-value. I don't know. Sorry, I'm not helpful.
No.
You're very helpful. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot on the p-value. You had more than I did, like p-value,
So-
probability.
So it's the probability that
The data would be as extreme or more extreme than we observed. And then, like Natalie said, assuming the null hypothesis is true.
so
I would say
confusing.
that if a p-value of 0.002 was found for the study above, so that means if the p-value, so that's the probability of obtaining this result,
Mm-hmm.
is at least as extreme as the one which is
What
calculated.
result?
It's not. That same probability of obtaining the actual observed result.
So,
I would say true, but that's really a guess.
I'm I put
It's
true
as good as mine.
Yeah,
just to pick something,
I
and
have
it was
no idea.
based on your definition and the probability the data would be an extreme.
I don't know, but I say true is good
Yeah.
as false, right?
There's a lot of wordings in the there's wordings that are in the definition of p-value, so I'm going to put true.
Yeah, I'm at loss, so I'm just gonna go with you guys.
Okay.
The researchers wanted to.
Oh, now
Okay.
let's read the next one.
I know, I was just doing that.
Since the p-value is low in question 15, researchers could conclude that results are significant.
But it says, with the magic p-value and observing errors with the total.
Okay, Natalie, read the p-value notes you had.
Okay, well, this one says,
Okay.
oh, go ahead.
Sorry. So if the p-value is low, then the null hypothesis is rejected,
Right.
right? So I would say that's low. Hey, hold on. There's a new spot. There you go. Okay, sorry. So if it's low, then the null hypothesis is rejected.
Yeah.
So well, do we even know what the hypothesis is? Because all they said is the researchers wanted to determine if getting people out of poor neighborhoods would reduce the poverty level of U.S. citizens. So I'm guessing the hypothesis is something like if we give people vouchers and get them out of poor neighborhoods, it'll reduce poverty level, something to that effect.
Mm-hmm.
So probably considering the actual observed result. Why is this so confusing?
Let's see. Well, the null hypothesis is the opposite of what they're checking for. So I
Oh,
think
the null hypothesis is?
The null hypothesis represents the status quo, kind of like the foundational assumption, conventional wisdom, or what's generally accepted as true.
Uh-huh.
so if the results are significant, it would make sense if it's true.
A null hypothesis is always assumed to be true. If there's a
So I think this one's true, but I don't know about
I guess this
15.
one's true, but it's still a guess. Like I'm leaning towards true, but it's still a guess.
Hold on. Let me.
Well, let's see. A low p-value means that we reject the
We reject the null.
null. Okay. So it is low, and it's lower than the 0.05, correct? So that would mean that the results are significant, I think, proving that their theory was correct, that it would make a difference. So I think it's true. But
Okay.
no, I don't know.
I'm looking in the textbook. I like where you're going with that, Brittany. It says, let's see, we reject the null hypothesis if the p-value is small, say less than 0.05. The p-value is the probability of observing errors with a total value that is larger than what was observing.
I'm right here, but I'm gonna nurse her, so I'm.
You're fine. Oh, technology's awesome, isn't it? So, should we rest our brains and go to 17?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll come back to that one.
Okay. Oh, it says your partner's answer will likely be different from yours because the order of matching options will vary from quiz to quiz. Oh, we have to do it by ourselves anyway. Well, not really.
Yeah,
Oh, it's easy.
it is easy.
Design this. Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I'm back.
That was fast.
We're doing number 17, and we're just putting them in order, but all of our tests are different. So
Oh, I see.
step 1 is designing the study.
Uh-huh.
Step 2 is collecting the data. Wow, this is blowing my brain.
And then describing is the next step.
Describe
Yep.
the data.
Step 3.
Step 4, making
Make
inference.
inferences. And 5 is take action.
Action. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
See, why can't all the questions be like that? Really cut and dry. This p-value thing is gonna. Statistics is so hard, and this is
Oh my heavens.
what is.
Yeah.
This is proof right here. P-value stuff.
Oh, it really is. And just on a side note, okay, so total confession time. This is my second time taking this class, but I don't want you to judge me for it or be scared that I'm in
No.
Judge you for it.
No judging at all.
or be scared that I'm in your group. But I really learned a lot, and I got to lesson like 12, and it was other situations where I had to drop a class because I wanted to get A's in my other 4 classes.
Uh-huh.
And this was taking too much time. I thought I need to take this with less
Yeah.
less load, and that's why I dropped it. But things that helped me was like, you know, the textbooks online. Maybe you guys work well with that, but we can download it, and so I printed it.
Oh, nice.
I printed at each section, you know, up to the exam. So I have 3 books. They cost like $11 to print.
Oh, sweet.
And so like
cool.
right now I'm looking at p-value. Like I don't have to go on the screen, and I'm more a visual learner, so I have to put notes and stuff. But if you guys are fine, but just so you know,
Yeah, because I
need a
I haven't
textbook.
really figured out. Yeah, I'm sure that I would probably work better with that.
Me too.
Yeah. So I needed a textbook. It was, I think under course or course information, you can download the whole thing, and I just sent it to Office Max, and it was like $11. It was way cheap. So anyway,
Good idea.
that's
Totally
where.
Book, the whole semester was $11.
Oh, sorry. Each book, so 33.
Okay.
Okay, so you could only do 3 like weeks
Yeah,
at a time or something.
The file was so big that I had to break it up. So, but it worked out great because I just did like the first lesson to the exam, number 1, and then the next lesson to the. So it's like 3 books, and it's just like spiral bound, you know, like.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
And
awesome.
I did black and white, or it would have been like $5,000.
Oh yeah. It gets
Anyway,
printed with that colored ink.
But Jenny, don't feel bad because I saw on the intro videos that there's another girl in our class. This is her 3rd time taking it, so that's okay.
That's Lucy. Thank you. That's Lucy, and she was in my group, and yeah.
That's okay.
She had other situations as well, so and I'm determined. I am so determined. I'm going to get a tutor if I need it. But this, honestly, this group and the way we're doing this is like even so helpful from day one because we're talking it through. The other group, I had 3 total. Okay, not to insult. You guys are intellectual, but like they were. It was like doing the ABCs to them, and I was, and so I really felt. I was quiet the whole time, and they never wanted to know what I wanted. You know, they're just like, oh yeah, number 15's true, number 16's, and I was just like, wait, how did you do that? You know.
Oh, I can't do that.
No, I have not taken a math class in years, and so I'm so rusty. And my husband, I was like, I have to take this class now while you can help me, because he was a math major and starting high school in the fall, so I was like, I need you for this.
Yeah.
So anyway, don't feel bad at all.
Yeah.
I will say some lessons are easier than others, and the concepts build. So believe me, like it's not like, oh, lesson 1's done, yay. lesson 1 builds on lesson 2. Lesson 2 builds on number 3, and I'm just it was hard for
Yeah.
me, but I am so determined, and I don't have a choice. I have to pass this class because then I can graduate next semester.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
So I'm here for you. We are totally gonna do this.
Yes.
Great.
And our teacher,
Sounds good.
bless her little heart.
Perfect.
I mean, I think she'll be great because she said she loves teaching this. So
Oh, good.
Good. Okay, so let's go back to the worst questions ever.
15.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
We need to understand p-value. That's all there is to it.
Do they have, like, there weren't any questions earlier on p-value, and I don't think there were any questions on the homework, because you know how it says if you have any questions, you can look at the tutorials? I didn't look at them, but I don't think there would even be anything in there to help us explain the p-value.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them and it didn't have anything that I remember.
I agree with you, Britton. I watched them again, and there's nothing. So in the book,
Yeah.
it's just what Natalie was saying, and okay.
Did you guys go back to the p-value in the book?
So that's
Yes.
where I'm at. I'm not sure if this is the first. I'm like down towards the end when it talks about p-value. Is that the only time it talks about it? I can't even.
Yeah.
So there's a cartoon. There's a cartoon with two guys.
With the
It
two
says
guys? Yeah.
child
okay.
hiring deeper. It's right under that. That's
Yeah,
p-value.
that's where I'm at. So, okay. I'm just going to read this first paragraph under there out loud, and maybe that'll help me and you guys. I don't know. We'll see. So there is a formal procedure for testing the null and alternative hypotheses called a hypothesis test. In a hypothesis test, the null hypothesis is always assumed to be true. If there is sufficient evidence against the null hypothesis, it is rejected. The evidence against the null hypothesis is assessed using a number called the p-value. So the p-value is the probability of obtaining a result called a test statistic at least as extreme as the one you calculated, assuming the null hypothesis is true. We reject the null hypothesis if the p-value is small, say less than 0.05. If we assume the company's financial statements are materially correct, so this is talking about that thing that they mentioned before.
Yeah.
The p-value is the probability of observing errors with a total value that is as large or larger than that which was observed in the audit. I'm just going to keep reading. Are you guys okay with that?
Yes.
I keep reading it? Okay. So for Immunoavance's audit, the p-value was determined to be 0.79, so that's pretty high. Assuming the null hypothesis is true, the probability of observing inconsistencies that are at least as great as those observed in the audit was 0.79. This is a very large value, so it is not surprising to have observed the total number of the errors in this case. The probability that these differences could occur due to chance is very high. The conclusion is that the null hypothesis should not be rejected. If the p-value is low, the null hypothesis is rejected. If this probability is large, the null hypothesis is not rejected.
That's what makes it interesting. What is our null hypothesis?
I don't feel like it really says. Like, it doesn't state anywhere. Like, they're just, the thing that they're trying to figure out is if voucher, or if getting people out of poor neighborhoods would reduce poverty level.
Yeah.
But they haven't made any, like, there's no statement in here about it.
Okay, they gave us a p-value, and it's super low, 0.0002.
So that means we reject the null. So that actually means then if we rejected the null and the null was that getting them out of the poverty helps them, then that would mean that 16 would be false, right?
Well, it's saying that the results are significant, and so when they're significant, I think it proves that the the theory is correct. But let me check that.
Okay.
Because that would mean that the null hypothesis is that it doesn't make a difference, but let me see.
So in the lesson, the null hypothesis was that
Low.
Immunoavance's financial statements are correct, are materially correct, and then the alternative was that they are not.
Sorry, which
So it's like the opposite, right?
Yeah,
Opposite
so
of ours.
which one are you reading, Tori?
I was just reading in the textbook, and now I'm not sure why I started reading it. I'm just, sorry. I think out loud a lot, and
Oh, no, it's so good. Is this significant, you guys? So if the p-value is low, the null hypothesis is rejected. Can we use that with anything? If the probability
I
is
feel
large?
like we can, but I'm trying to figure it out.
Because like in 16 it says it's low. The researcher can conclude that the results are significant. So, with an opportunity to move away does make a difference in poverty levels. So it's true. And then
Let's see.
So,
I feel like sorry, go ahead.
oh, you can go. Fine.
Okay, so what my brain is saying. So for 16, since the p-value is low in question 15, the researchers could conclude that the results are significant, and providing low-income families with an opportunity to move away from low-income neighborhoods does not make a difference in poverty level, or does make a difference. I feel like since it's low, they can't conclude that, right?
Well, what I was wondering about is maybe like in 15, it says if the p-value is that, it was, 0.002 is found for the study described above, then we could say that there is about a 0.002 probability of obtaining the actual observed result. Well, if the p-value is so low, then it's not going to obtain it's not going to do what they thought it was going to do.
yeah,
Right? So that should be false.
false.
Yeah.
Instead of
On 15?
Yeah.
it would be false because then it's saying since the p-value is low, the researchers could conclude that the results are significant because it's saying that it's significant enough to
Reject the null hypothesis.
That's what it would seem, but then I don't know.
The wording in 15 is confusing.
Very much.
I'm having a hard time figuring it out.
I was with you, Natalie. I was on your wavelength, and so I put false. And then I put true on 16, and I don't know why, but it was like deduction of everything we've talked about. Ugh. Maybe we just need to, because I think when we submit, it shows us what we got wrong and right, automatically.
Yeah, probably. Okay.
And then we'll learn from it.
Sorry, and Breton, are you guys still going to try and figure it out?
Okay.
Well, honestly, I'm just at a complete loss. I wish that I feel like if they actually gave us like a hypothesis to work with, it'd be different. It'd be possibly easier to figure out.
Okay, so I just took one for the team and submitted, and I'm not going to tell you, but I'll tell you that both answers are the same. 16's true. I think we need to know that. 16's true. Ready, go.
So hard.
Number 16 is true.
So since p-value is low, the researchers could conclude that the results are significant in providing low.
And I look at that because logically it just makes sense, and that's why it's hard. Is like it makes sense, and so it makes me want to think true. But I don't know the answer based off of p-value.
Okay, so Natalie, take that philosophy and take it to 15. Does it make sense? read it. What do you think? Is that true? Is that a true statement?
If the p-value of 0.00 was found for the study described above, then we could say that there is about a 0.002 probability of obtaining the actual observed result. Yeah, so if you find that, then it's probably the same chances that you would obtain the actual result. I mean, it seems like then it's true. I mean, I've gone back and forth so many times, but it does seem like it's true when I read it that way.
Yeah.
All right. So go with your gut, because I really think you're on to your thought process right now. You're reading it and it makes sense, and I think we complicate it.
Ugh.
I really do. So
I'm just going for it.
Yeah.
if you want to trust me, true and true, you go for it.
I can't think anymore. I think my brain is like expired.
I'll tell you right now, I'm very proud of all of us, by the way.
Yeah, I would say so.
I think we've worked hard.
Do you guys have the result?
Is everyone done?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just submit it.
Do it.
Okay.
Look at that.
Yay! We did it!
Okay. I did put false for the 15, so I got less, but I learned so much.
Yeah, I put false too, but it's alright.
I'm still gonna have to like.
But
even
see,
if I
now
got it right, I still need to like study hardcore and try to understand stinking p-value.
That's
Yeah.
still good, though. I mean,
We did
Yeah,
that all
we did
together.
and that's still an A, you know, regardless.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Oh yeah, and believe me, there's so many quizzes that are equated into this class. So even if we failed the first one, it would never even bother us. Trust
Yeah.
me.
They're not worth too much of our grade either.
They're not. They're not at all. But
Like
now
10.
you got to trust that thought process you had. You're like, it made sense, so it's true. Like, I mean, you won't be right every time, but like, it's so there, you did it. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Hey.
Cool.
Okay. Well.
So we have to do this every Tuesday and Thursday, is that right?
Yeah.
And my other group,
Awesome.
if there was something that came up, sometimes we'd miss, but sometimes we would do 2 lessons. I don't know how this instructor feels about that, but
I think I feel like I read somewhere that if we needed to, because I asked her that, like, do we have to meet twice or whatever? And I think I don't think she minds if every once in a while, if one person can't do one time, then we can.
Yeah, do it all together.
Yeah, she said when we do that, she wants to have one of us let her know that we're doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And a TA will come sometimes, but it's like once.
No. Oh,
Yeah, every once in a while.
Just once. They'll email us and tell us when they're going to join, and it's helpful. It's helpful.
So she said that she hadn't heard any information so far this semester about TAs, but maybe we'll get one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll have somebody.
I think
Okay.
so too.
So how long did that take? That took us an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But we had like technical
We had like 20 minutes of me
Yeah.
being recorded. So.
We really do. And are we supposed to record these for her, or?
Yeah, so it's recording right now, so when I stop, it'll like show up on this one page, and I'll be sending her a link that's like a YouTube.
Okay. Do you see record on yours? I don't see record on mine.
says
But
live.
mine says
Yeah.
live.
Yeah, so it's recording on mine, and then
good.
I'm the one who stops the broadcast, and then it loads up on
Yours.
one of the pages. I think you guys might have access to the same page. Like when you went in to click play or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Once I stop the recording, it'll still be there, and I just click on the little YouTube thing, and it'll pull up a separate link, and it'll be on YouTube.
Okay. So you
If
see a
that makes
red
sense.
record
But
button.
Yeah.
What was
And then
that?
do we,
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Sorry, Brittany, go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna ask if we have to like submit it or anything, or we just.
Yeah, I'll submit it.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
Thank
thanks
you.
guys, and see you on Thursday.
So
at
10
10.
o'clock Thursday, and I'll get it right the first
No, you're
time.
fine. Thanks for
Thank you
setting
so
it all
much
up.
for doing it, Tori. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey,
All right.
All right. See you
See
guys.
you guys in a couple days. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.